Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be talking about composite area. So in this unit, we've been focusing on area and perimeter of specific shapes. Like each section that we've gone through so far has been designated to finding the area of a particular shape, like just triangles or just quadrilaterals or just polygons. So now we're going to talk about how to find the area of what is called a composite shape and how that's a little different than what we've done before. Okay. What you are going to need today are your notes and your foldable, a pen or a pencil, and a calculator if you so wish, so you don't have to do so much mental math. All right. So to start, we should probably define what composite area is so we know what it is that we are solving. So composite area is finding the area of a composite shape. And a composite shape or figure is a shape or figure that is made up of multiple basic shapes just added together. And so when we find that composite area, we're going to be finding the individual basic shapes areas and then adding them all up together. So if we look at the two pictures below as examples, we have like this yellow composite figure, which is, if we cut it up, we have a rectangle and a semicircle. So we would find the area of a rectangle. We would find the area of a semicircle, and then we would add those two areas together. And then if we look at the green one over here, we have a quarter circle, and then we have a trapezoid. But if you didn't see that it was a trapezoid, you could have easily broken it up into a rectangle and two triangles. So composite area is different in the sense that there is no one formula on how to solve, like there's no one formula for composite area. It depends on the shape that's been given to you. So it's similar in what we've done in the past because we're using all of those formulas from all those basic shapes, but now we're just going to be adding those formulas together. So let's look at some examples. So the first one here that we have listed below, we're finding the total area of this purple shape or this purple shaded shape. It looks like we have a triangle, a rectangle, and another triangle. So I'm going to grab a different color here. And we're going to start off by finding the area of this tiny triangle. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 times base times height, or base times height divided by 2. And this picture was nice enough to give us the base length and the height. So it's going to be 1/2 times 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Half of that is 3. So that triangle is 3 feet squared. Now we can move on to the other part of our composite figure, which is this rectangle. This rectangle looks like it's just 4 by 8. So that's what we're going to do for the area is length times width. Easy enough. 8 times 4. That's 32 feet squared. And we have one more triangle on the bottom here with a base length of 3 and a height of 3. So we're going to do 1/2 base times height again. And so it's going to be 1/2 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Half of that is 4.5 feet squared. Okay, so our composite area or our total area of the whole entire shape is when we add those numbers up together. So 3 plus 32 plus 4.5. That is 39.5 feet squared. So that's number one. Just finding those multiple different shapes and then adding it all together. All right, number 2. We have a square and we have a semicircle. So let's start with the square. That's easy enough. Length times width or side squared. So it's going to be 10 times 10, which is 100 meters squared. And then our semicircle, or a half circle, is going to be the area formula for a circle divided by 2. So it's going to be half of what our formula is for a circle. And our formula for a circle is pi times the radius squared. So 1/2 times pi times our radius in this picture would be half of 10, because this is r, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 squared. 5 squared is 25. We're taking half of that times pi. So as a decimal, it'd be 12.5 pi, I guess, but we want to round it to 4 decimal places. So if you type in your calculator 12.5 times the pi button, In your calculator, we always want to use the pi button, not 3.14. We get back a decimal of 39.2699. We'll round to 4 decimal places today. So our composite area is going to be that 100 meters squared plus the 39.2699 meters squared for a total composite area of 139.2699 meters squared. There we go. And that's number 2. I only had the 2 examples for you today on your foldables, so make sure you have all this stuff written down, and then if you have any questions from any parts of the video, make sure you star them and ask me later when you get back to class. But we will be doing so much more in-class practice with composite area, just because there are so many different shapes that can be made in composite shapes by adding all sorts of different shapes together. So we will get plenty and plenty of practice. And then we will continue moving on throughout the unit. So I will see you later. Thanks for taking good notes. Bye.